Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. My name is Naveen, and today we will be looking at how to score 99 percentile in SNAP. I hope you guys have had a good CAT day, and if anyone is writing NMAT, you guys are seriously working on it. And if you guys have already written NMAT, let's hope that you are scoring very well. So SNAP is another exam that will help you get into one of the good institutes of Symbiosis in different colleges. So if you're looking for HR, you can get into SCMHRD. If you're looking for international business, you can get into SIIB. Yeah, hi Sonali. So today we will be looking at the cutoffs and the colleges about SNAP. Along with it, we'll be solving some questions, and then we'll also discuss what is the level of difficulty of the questions in SNAP. We will also talk about how to improve your score. How is it different from your CAT and NMAT? What all extra things you are supposed to pay attention to in the exam? How should you practice? Okay, so let's begin with the cutoffs of the exam. So if you look into the last 6 years SNAP cutoff for the percentile part, you'll find that SIBM Pune has always the highest cutoff, which is somewhere around 98 and above, or around 98 percentile. And if I look at SCMHRD, that's the second highest cutoff that goes for it. It's around 97 point some percentile. So there is not much difference. There is hardly a difference of 1.5 percentile. Okay. So this is percentile. Now, if you talk about what score do you need for a percentile? So if you look at SNAP 2020, you were getting a 98.1 percentile at a score of 43.5. And you were getting a 98 percentile at 46 marks. It's the other way. And for a 97.5 percentile, you would need around 44.5 marks, because for 97 percentile, you needed 43.5. Similarly, if you talk about 2022, so for SNAP 2022, for a 98 percentile, you needed a 38 marks. So these have been swapped. Okay. So you needed a 36 marks for a 97 percentile and a 38 marks for a 98 percentile. So you can see that the level of difficulty of SNAP 2022 was on the higher side, because you needed a lesser score to get the same percentile last year as compared to the previous years. SNAP is generally categorized as an exam where every section is on a level of easy to moderate. If the section turns out to be moderate, then we say that the exam was a difficult one, because SNAP is all about speed. You have to solve questions on an expected basis of one question every minute. So you have to be very, very quick. Okay, the top colleges and their course fee that is required. Is my voice low? Am I not audible, everyone? Sonali asked, my NMAT is on 4th December. Any advice? Sonali, doesn't matter how good or how bad your CAT went. You have to drop down your level of difficulty, and the number of questions you are practicing should increase. So you should only target LOD 1 and LOD 2 questions at most. Or you need to solve a lot of reasoning based questions, input, output, directions, blood relations, and all of that, because it's very easy to get a good score in AR and QA. People generally struggle in VA because the duration for VA is very less, but I believe you must have come across that students are still able to score well in VA. ठीक है, अगर RC पे कम ध्यान दो, कम time spend करो, and if you solve other questions, you will be pretty quick. Okay. Don't not getting clear idea about SCMHRD school website, so it get 97%. हाँ खुश 97 minimum चाहिए for SMHRD or around that. Adil asked if I had to choose the best 5 colleges for marketing among these, which are the colleges I have to look for? Are you talking about Symbiosis or are you talking about all the colleges pan India? अगर आप केवल Symbiosis की बात कर रहे हो, so obviously you have got SIBM, okay? आप उसी में जाओगे. See, SIOM is about operations. So every college is very specific. SIMC is about mass communication. ठीक है. SIDTM is about telecom. SCIT is about IT. आपको इधर वो marketing नहीं मिलने वाला. ठीक है. वो specific वही पढ़ा रहे होते हैं. So you can only look into SIBM and SIIB. SIIB is also a very good one, good college. और HR करना है तो SCM HRD जाओगे. Okay. So everybody's first target should be SIBM and the second target should be SCMHRD unless and until you have got some categorization or reservations. For example, if you are from not you, your parents, one of your parents is from defense background, so आप SIMS जा सकते हो. 90% I think of the total seats is reserved for people with defense background. ठीक है. If you really want to continue with your technical career, if you are already an engineer and working in an IT company और आपको IT में continue करना है, so go for SCIT. If you are an electronics engineer and if you want to continue with telecom because you like it, you can go for SIDTM. And if you're something which you are from background where you really need to get into arts and communication and journalism, okay, production, you can get into SIMC. So every college has got their own forte. Okay, Kush. SMHRD के लिए अप्लाई कर रहा तो आपके लिए HR के लिए जा रहे हो, है ना? So every college has got their own forte, guys. So that's a very good thing. ऐसा नहीं है कि there are 10 colleges that you are seeing right now. Actually, there are more than 10. But if you are seeing 10 colleges, तो हर college में हर चीज पढ़ाया जा रहा है. नहीं. Every college has got their own specialization. और let's say specialization के according एक नया college खड़ा कर दिया उन्होंने. ठीक है? Okay, and what about the cutoffs for those colleges? For SIBM, like I said, it's always the highest. It's 38. If I talk about last year, 2022 का paper difficult था. 38 was the cutoff score and 98 percentile was required. So remember, the last column is percentile और कितना score चाहिए for that percentile. Okay, and SCMHRD being the second best college among Symbiosis colleges that students opt for, you need a 36.5 score and a 97.13 percentile. So you can see that अगर आप पूरा ध्यान दोगे तो sports sciences as in SSSS के लिए you need the lowest cutoff and lowest percentile. This is obvious because sports persons are very few who write exams, and also the kind of students that they get entry, that is also low. Any sports person who is good at acads will definitely not prefer just SSSS college. They will opt for SIBM and take a general management and then get out of there and get into a sports academy or a field of their choice. So this is the proper decreasing cutoff score. कितना चाहिए और कितना percentile चाहिए. Okay, so this should give you a very clear idea as to which college you want to get into. ठीक है, so if possible take a screenshot or bookmark this particular video time. Okay, now we have questions. What kind of questions are asked and how do you see them? So if I assume that all of you, whoever is watching, each one of you has applied for CAT and written CAT this year, you know the level of difficulty that CAT gives you. This year QA being on the tougher side, especially for slot 1, slot 2 students. So because QA was on the tougher side, you will realize that the level of difficulty on an average was moderate. There were very few seaters, very few basic questions. Snap is all about basic questions, all about level of difficulty 1, easy level. You have to be quick with formulas. You have to be quick with shortcuts. You have to be quick with options. If you are trying to solve a question using writing equations, तो मतलब आप गलत सोच रहे हो. There will always be an alternative way. Okay. So QA has always been on the easier side of out of all the sections in Snap. VA sometimes turns out to be on the moderate side because of the length. Okay. LR has not LR, AR has always been on the easy to moderate side. So overall Snap का paper easy होता है या easy to moderate होता है, and QA is on the easier side, AR is somewhere in between, and verbal is easy कम moderate ज़्यादा. So overall paper is easy to moderate. For example, if you come across this question which says a trader gives 6% discount on M per item, sorry, it's mark price per item, and gives one free item with a bulk purchase of 20 items. If his gain in this deal is 30%, thereby percentage mark price above cost price is approximately. You will find that this question has been very poorly worded. You will find कि यहाँ पर बहुत सारे mistakes हैं, right? This is all because Snap exam may you do not get a paper. They do not let you have the paper later on. So these are all memory based questions. Okay. So now I think the language will make sense. So a trader gives 6% discount on mark price per item and gives one free item with a bulk purchase of 20 items. If his gain in his deal is 30%, thereby what percentage mark price above cost price approximately is? Or you have to find out what is the markup price percentage. Now, if you are thinking कि चलो selling price को let's say it's 100 rupees or X rupees and mark price is this much, cost price is this much, तो ये बहुत लंबा जाएगा. The fastest way to solve these questions is using multiplying factors in one line. So if you haven't done multiplying factors, तो अब आपके पास time है, कर लो. Okay. So 6% discount would mean 0.96, right? One free item with a bulk purchase of 20 items. So from a shopkeeper's point of view, he buys 20 items, but he gets money only for 21. So that's a loss for him. So this is 20 upon 21. Right? And overall, there is a 30% profit. So 1.3. And the question is, what is his markup price percentage? Multiplying factors. So you will have to solve this and find out the answer. So इसमें से कौन सा बनता है? So again, you have to be quick with the calculation parts as well. Okay. So 21 and 96, there is nothing really apart from 3 that you can cancel out. And 13 is neither side. ये भी नहीं चलेगा. नहीं कुछ you will get rough sheets to solve, पर rough sheets में आप एग्जाम दोगे या क्वेश्चंस लिख कर आओगे? क्वेश्चंस नहीं लिखते ना, आप सॉल्व करते हो. आफ्टर द एग्जाम यू लुक एट द सॉल्यूशंस एंड यू आर लाइक कि क्या लिखा था. And not every time you are allowed to carry the rough sheets outside the exam hall. You have to deposit it there itself. So इसलिए memory based होता है. So many questions, and then the students or the faculties who write the exam, they come out of the exam hall and then they try to recall everything and write down outside the exam hall. So that's a gap of 15 minutes. और आपको पता है हमारी memory 100% efficient तो होती नहीं है. So if you solve this, you will find that none of the options will make sense. ठीक है, इसमें से कोई भी काम नहीं करना चाहिए. मैं एक बार चेक कर लेता हूँ. 6% discount पे और फिर 1 free items. 4.5 double 932.7. None of these. Okay, another one. Quant question. An aeroplane took off from Pune to Bangalore and after 3 minutes reaches an angle of elevation of 60 degrees from ground. After another 3 seconds, so after another 30 seconds, the angle of elevation changes to 30 degrees from the same point on the ground. The aeroplane is flying at a height of 4000√3 meters constantly. Find the speed of aeroplane. So these all are in terms of kilometers per hour. Sare speeds. And why we have none of these so much? Because we do not remember, of course, all the options. ऐसा नहीं है कि हर question में none of these एक option होता है. ठीक है? So we have got an aeroplane that reaches an angle of elevation of 60 degrees. It's here. And then after another 30 seconds, the angle of elevation changes to 30 degrees. And the height at which the aeroplane is flying is 4000√3. So we need to find the speed of the aeroplane. So from here, of course, what we can see is this is the distance that the aeroplane covers in 30 seconds. So we need to find out this gap. So for that, we will take this particular triangle, which is a 30, 60, 90 right angle triangle, and the other triangle is going to be this 30, 60, 90 right angle triangle. So for the yellow one, if this is 30, 60, 90, out of which order opposite to 30, if you see 4000√3, which is the height, this opposite to 60, you will have 4000 into 3, right? This is the entire distance. If you look at the white triangle, opposite to 60, if you have 4000√3, then opposite to 30 here, you will have only 4000. So the difference between these two turns out to be 4000 into 2, that is going to be 8000 meters, which is 8 kilometers. So what we see is that the aeroplane is able to cover 8 kilometers in 30 seconds. That would mean 16 kilometers in a minute. That would mean 16 into 60, 960 kilometers in an hour, which gives us the speed as 960 kilometers per hour. Okay? You saw that I did not do any conversion of 5 by 18, 18 by 5. मैंने वो कुछ नहीं करा. I just converted into a minute और minute को hour में convert करा because I don't want to get into that calculation of multiplying a number by 18 and dividing it by 5. Sorry, multiplying a number by 5 and dividing it by 18. क्योंकि यहाँ पर मीटर पर सेकेंड को किलोमीटर पर आवर में कन्वर्ट करना था. Okay, another one. A sum of INR 45,000 amounts to 68,040 in 3 years with interest compounded annually. The rate of interest is 8% per annum for the first year and 12% per annum for the second year. Find the rate of interest of the third year. So one is using the formula, of course, but if you remember that formula is not going to be easy. So मैं पहला मेथड बता दे रहा हूँ. क्या आपको स्ट्राइक करना चाहिए कि 45,000 में फर्स्ट ईयर में 8% का इंक्रीज है, सो 1.08. सेकेंड ईयर में इट्स 12% का इंक्रीज एंड थर्ड ईयर वी डू नॉट नो सच दैट इट टर्न्स आउट टू बी 68.04,000. डू यू थिंक इट्स वर्थ सॉल्विंग? नहीं. Second approach, 45,000 becomes 68.04,000. This is an approximate increase of, approximate ही करेंगे हर चीज. 45 से 68 हो गया, which is 45 to 65, 20,000 plus another 3,000. So 23,000 का increase है. Right? 23,000 out of 45,000 is definitely more than 50% का increase. Now, 8% 12% and the unknown percentage का successive should result in 50% से थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा. Now 8 and 12 का successive is going to be 8 plus 12 plus 8 into 12 by 100. जो भी करोगे it's going to be around 20 वगैरह के आसपास, 20% के आसपास पड़ेगा. ये एग्जैक्ट नहीं कर रहे कि 20.96 क्या करोगे उसका. So 20% के आसपास. Now 20% plus what percentage results in 50%? Options 20 plus 10, 30. 50 तो नहीं जा रहा. 20 plus 12, 32. नहीं जा रहा 50. 20 plus 25, 45. 45 plus something more will come in. This may be the answer. And the next one is 16. 20 plus 16 is 36. 36 plus वो जो product होता है AB by 100 in the formula successive का, that will not take you to a higher value than you already have, right? तो 16 भी नहीं होने वाला. So you're left with only one option, which is 25. और अगर आप कैलकुलेट करोगे ना 20 and 25 का सक्सेसिव 50 ही होता है. If you have solved a lot of questions on profit loss and discount or percentages topic, you will realize that this is something that you always come across. Okay, geometry का question. At a central location in Pune, there is a children's park of radius 20 nm. It should be 20 m. As in 20 meters. 3 points A, B, C are located at equal distances on the boundary of the park as shown in the figure. These points are connected with a string. What is the length of the string? So we are supposed to find out इसका length, right? नहीं, इसका length नहीं, just one length. We need to find out the length of this string. So they're connected, right? One string is used here, another string is BC, another string is AC. So we need to find out the length of this string. So you can generalize and say this is an equilateral triangle. If this is an equilateral triangle, so this turns out to be the radius of the circle as well as the circumradius of the equilateral triangle. Now the relationship between the circumradius and side of an equilateral triangle is given as side upon root 3. Right? So R is given as 20. So side is going to be 20 root 3. That's it. इससे ज़्यादा कुछ करना ही नहीं है. Direct application of the relation between circumradius and the side of an equilateral triangle. Since it says equal distance, that's why I assumed it to be an equilateral triangle. Assumed क्या? ये होगा. Okay, now before we move over to the next question, Jayant has a query. I want to know what is the difference between Snap Crash Course and 100 Most Expected Snap Question Series. Jayant, the crash course, as far as I am aware, there will be discussion of the concepts as well. While the most expected snap questions, it will only consist of the questions and the discussion on the questions. So that's the difference. Thank you, Vrashab, for answering that query. Now, how many terms are there in this GP? 3, 6, 12, 192. So what you should always do is do not write any formula. कितना लिखना पड़ेगा, बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं ना, आप लिख लो. So the first term is 3, then in the next is 6. So it gets doubled, 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 doubled and doubled. Okay, so they have missed out some terms. They're not asking us the number of terms there. They're asking you total terms कितने. Count कर लो 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 terms. 7 of them. And please remember, these are actual snap questions. ये made up नहीं है. तो अगर आपको लग रहा है सर इतना इजी आता है, तो हाँ आता है. सर इतना डिफिकल्ट आता है, बिल्कुल आता है. 75 liters mixture contains wine and water in the ratio 18:7. How much more water is to be added to get a new mixture containing wine and water in the ratio 2:7? Since we are supposed to add water to this, so we have got wine which is 18 and water which is 7. This wine and water should become 2 and 17 by adding water to this. So obviously आप अगर water add कर रहे हो and wine नहीं add कर रहे तो wine will remain same. So let's make wine same. Let's multiply this by 9. So this becomes 18 and this will give us 153. So what I have done is I have multiplied this ratio by 9. So wine is same, water used to be 7, now water is 153. So this clearly indicates कि कितना water add करना चाहिए. 4 liters, 6 liters, 5 liters? नहीं, none of these. We are supposed to add 146 liters of water, isn't it? Another question. The xth term of an AP is P and the yth term is Q. Sum of its x plus y minus y terms is going to be how much? So in order to make better sense out of this particular question, I will separate the options a little far so that it's clearly visible. Okay. This is something that you can solve using equations as well. Formula होता है कि xth term of an AP, how do we write it? Yth term of an AP, हम लोग कैसे लिखते हैं? But when you get questions like these, especially algebra based, this is sequences and series topic algebra, you assume values. ठीक है? तो xth term of an AP, तो पहले तो आप AP की बात हो रही है. Let's write down an AP, and you can write down an AP as simple as possible. Let's say I'll write down the AP as 1 3 5 7 9 चल रहा है. Okay. xth को मैं ले लेता हूं 2. Second term of an AP is 3. So ये 3 is denoted by P. So can we say second term of an AP is 3, where x is 2, P is 3, and yth term, y को मैं ले लेता हूं, let's say 4. I'm taking different values. So fourth term is 7, and this is given as Q. Then the sum of first x plus y minus 1. So x plus y minus 1 is going to be 5. Sum of first 5 terms of the AP is going to be how much? 9 plus 1 is 10, 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 5. 25 चाहिए मेरे को answer. So which option is going to provide me with 25 when I put x as 2, p as 3, y as 4 and q as 7? Right? So options में आपको put करना है और आपको answer पता करना है. तो पुट करते हैं फर्स्ट ऑप्शन में x plus y 6, p plus q 10 by 2. 60 by 2 is 30. Now x plus y 6 minus q minus 1, p plus q, ये तो नेगेटिव आ रहा है, ये भी नहीं होगा. x plus y 6 minus 1 is 5, p plus q is 10, 5 into 10 by 2, 25. This makes sense. Let's try the next one. X plus y 6 minus 1 5 divided by 10 minus 1 9. ये तो बिल्कुल नहीं होने वाला. So third option becomes our answer. Right? Okay. Before we move towards the AR questions, suppose today is Wednesday. It should be noted that it's a leap year. What day will it be? 138th day. Good question. Properly worded, carefully worded, trick question. See, it doesn't matter whether it's a leap year or not. If today is a particular day, कुछ दिन बाद वही दिन होना चाहिए जो होना चाहिए. It has got nothing to do with leap year or not. So this statement is a complete होक्स, ये डराने के लिए दिया हुआ है कि बच्चा सोचे लीप ईयर है कि नहीं। डे टू डे नथिंग मैटर्स, कौन सा किस मंथ में हो आप, किस डेट पर हो, it remains the same because we have only 7 days in a week. So if today is Wednesday, 138th day from today is going to be how much? So odd number of days का logic, 138 when divided by 7 will result in 5. So अगर आप Wednesday पे हो तो you need to move 5 days ahead, and 5 days from Wednesday is going to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. एक second. Which day will be 138th day? So it looks like they are not asking 138 days from today, but just the 138th day. So it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. क्योंकि Monday option में है नहीं, right? So it's not from today, but it's counting from today, as in आज का दिन count करना है for 138 days. So what you need to do is find out odd days. And how do you calculate odd days? Odd days is given as 138 when divided by 7. What is the remainder, right? So the remainder is going to be 5 because 140 से properly divide होता है तो उससे 2 कम है. So 7 minus 2, 5. ठीक है, no problem there. Next, prior to 2018, which year had the same calendar? So this is about repetition of calendars. Calendar repeat after how many years? Any idea? If a year is a leap year, it repeats after 24 years. If it's a leap year plus 1, it repeats after 6 years. If it's a leap year plus 2 or plus 3, it repeats after 11 years. नहीं, कुछ गड़बड़ हो गया इधर. It's not 24, it's 28 years. 11, 11 and 6 is 28. So a leap year calendar repeats after 28 years. Leap year plus 1 will repeat after 6 years. Leap year plus 2 or plus 3 will repeat after 11 years. So if I look at 2006, this is of the type leap year plus 2. 2004 से 2 ज़्यादा है. So it should repeat after 11 years. So 2006's calendar should be same as 2017's calendar. 2006 plus 11. So ये तो नहीं है. 2007, this is of the type leap year plus 3. A leap year plus 3, 2004 से 3 years ज़्यादा. 2004 was a leap year. उससे 3 ज़्यादा है 2007. So this should repeat after 11 years. So after 11 years, you will end up at 2018. So that means the correct answer is 2007. So very straightforward repetition of calendar के बारे में बात था. Another question on calendar. It was Friday on 30th December 2005. What was the day of the week on 3rd January 2010? So we are talking about the future here, right? So 30th December 2005 was a Friday. So what will be the same date in the year 2006? So if you remember, in the case of calendars, in calendar years, the same date, it increases by a day because there are 365 days, which means one extra day. So it will turn out to be Saturday. 2007 में क्या होगा? ये आपका Sunday हो जाएगा. 2008 में क्या होगा? Now from 2007 to 2008, 30th December, when you move, 2008 is a leap year. So you will actually increase by 2 because you will have 366 days in that year. So instead of Monday, we will end up having Tuesday. 2009 में क्या होने वाला है? This is going to be Wednesday. And 2010 में क्या होने वाला है? This is going to be Thursday. But this is not the answer, not necessarily the answer, because we are dealing with 30th December only. We are asked 3rd Jan. तो हम तो बहुत आगे चले गए, हमें 2010 का जैन बोला गया, हम दिसंबर चले गए. सो लेट्स स्टॉप 2009 का 30th December. And from 30th December, we are talking about 31st December, then 1st Jan, 2nd Jan, and 3rd Jan. So if this is Wednesday, the next one is going to be Thursday, the next one is going to be Friday, the next one is Saturday, and the next one is Sunday. So 3rd of Jan is going to be Sunday, because we were at 2009 and then we suddenly move over to 2010. So option A. Now this is something which I have written on properly. You can calculate it using your hand, your fingers, and your mind. ठीक है. So everybody please make sure specifically to write this mock. All India Open Mock Snap 2023 has become live a couple of days ago, 30th of November. It will be there until tomorrow. Okay, so please do not forget to write this mock. आप लोगों को वो है ना कि क्या पढ़े, किस तरह के क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, what is the level of difficulty. Make sure that you write this mock. The link to registering this is given in the description as well as in the chat. Okay. On 9th of December at 11 a.m., Mr. Saral is going to discuss about MBA, how, when, and why. This is for 2024 aspirants majorly. And you can also enroll in our test series, people who are targeting NMAT, SNAP, and then you will have other exams as well. There's a TISC ka CET hone wala hai. Then you have got MHCET, you have got CMAT, ZAT hai. Okay, and you need to practice the questions, so you need mocks. So you can enroll in our test series, and you can unlock your free trial access to our BYJU'S Exam Prep app by downloading our app, whose link is given in the description, and then putting in your contact number and click on the button start free trial. और 3 दिन आपको full access मिल जाएगा. ठीक है? You can also avail up to 90% scholarship for our CAT preparation programs. The scholarship test is on 3rd of December, that is tomorrow at 11 a.m. Make sure that you register for that. CAT 2023 score calculator and percentile predictor is live right now. You can access this from our app again. So if you guys aren't on the app yet, please make sure that you are there. Okay. Once you go for the percentile predictor, you can also access our college predictor. College predictor क्या होता है? You type in your details and your ACADS and everything, and it will take a proper profilation of your ACADS and your resume, everything, and then it will tell you कि you are eligible for which all colleges, or for some colleges what all things more are required from your end. Okay, so you can access this from our website as well, which is byju's.com/free-cat-prep/cat-college-predictor. Don't forget to join us for a detailed, comprehensive analysis for SNAP 2023 on 10th, 17th, and 22nd of December, the 3 days, the 3 slots when SNAP is going to be conducted. Okay. And do not forget to check out our social media pages and handles. You can also join our Telegram channel, which is BYJU'S MBA Doubts. So until the next session, that's all from my side. Take care. Good luck for your exams. I'll just check the comment section. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Everyone, please don't forget to put a like. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure that you subscribe.